flying all around. We've got dragonflies. We've got green beetles. So something's in the works because I love green beetles. And I found him yesterday. And a dragonfly was right there. We've got things flying all around. I've got birdies living up here now. Okay, so a lot's gonna happen, and a lot is happening. There's Holy getting a suntan. Okay, we're gonna go in and discuss the shorts. If you like guitar, you want to check out Tesla. Tesla is so good. I love Tesla. And that group is awesome. And I just did a short on what you give. It's a kind of a takeoff from yesterday. It's a takeoff from, I cleaned my kitchen and rearranged it. It's a takeoff from giving it away. Okay, so that's clean there. Okay, this is our spread here. We've got you're toxic because of what you're doing for comfort. So whatever you're doing for comfort is toxic. Okay, and then it said that's your challenge. To celebrate, you're going to have confidence in getting rid of the old and bringing in the new with your creativity, good vibes. You're being too sensitive. You need to focus more on your spiritual wisdom and solitude. You're going to have to go into solitude with this confidence. Because in order to celebrate, you have to overcome this challenge, which is your comfort is toxic. Okay? Now, we did finish my book, the Bounty Hunter book. And my new book, we're not going to discuss. I cleaned this room too. See how I'm getting everything empty? Everything's getting empty. There's the food there. And those are all memorabilias, like my swords in there and my Egyptian stuff. I love Egyptian stuff. So I'm done with my book, but I'm not going to continue telling you about my books. There's me. There's me. Show you all these pictures of me, huh? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get a reading done. I'm not going to get into the books with you anymore, they said. I'm just showing you around because I want you to see how I'm clearing everything out. Okay? And making everything as clear as I can be. My doll collection. Okay? I'm trying to get everything as empty and clear as I can. And that's what you're supposed to be doing. Now, your comfort is toxic. So I don't know what you're doing for comfort, but it's toxic. And then listen to Tesla. It's not what you got, it's what you give. Our affirmation today is, well, let's see what we got here. When you help others, the universe rewards you. When you help others, the universe rewards you. Okay, and that's what we were talking about when we said kudos in heaven. So you might want to check out that video, Kudos in Heaven. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do a reading. Sorry for the long intro, but sometimes that's what Astro wants me to do. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take the celebration card using the Rider Waite deck. And that was randomly on the bottom. And in our spread, we had celebration, but you needed to get rid of whatever you're doing for comfort is toxic. Okay, so we're going to shuffle these up. Yeah, whatever you're doing for comfort is toxic. So you could be drinking, overeating, could be anything, shopping even, okay? Now we want to go with, you have a choice to make, okay? The Two of Swords is the overall energy. So you have a choice to make, and you saw on the spread that it said solitude, confidence, creativity, right? If you're going to have to go into some kind of a decision mode where you need to have confidence, you need to go into solitude with it and be creative. Okay, so take off the blindfold. Now I'm drawn to the Two Swords being like this, meaning it's pretty equal. It's like it's a hard decision because it's so equal. It's like, if I do this, okay, and it's confusing because it's like it's hard to pick because it's so equal. So let's see if we can get further in there. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands energy is giving me the feeling of one of the decisions is going to be more based on ego versus spirituality. Okay, so one of them is going to be easing God out, is ego, more than the other. So I'm going to try to help you make the decision and pick the one that's not so Knight of Wandsy, not so ego in their ego. And Five of Cups, yeah, because it will be disappointing. So that just backed me up there. So it'll be disappointing. Stepped on a cat. It'll be disappointing if you pick the Knight of Wands versus we're going to see who else comes out, because he's more into ego and he's going to cause you to ease God out more. Okay, let's see what the second decision is. The second decision is just saying you're stuck. Eight of Cups in the past, okay? You're walking away from the past, but right now I'm feeling that you're stuck in the past, and when the decision comes, that's going to help you too to walk away from the past, okay? So I'm giving you all kinds of cards to tell you how to get rid of this confusing decision. So you're going to walk away from the past and go towards the Lovers, okay? Now we kind of know that. We kind of know that it's probably a love decision. It could be a career decision. And if it's a career decision, it's really easy. You want love versus ego. So if it's anything against your morals, you say no. You got to cover for me while I'm out, because I'm going to go out with my boyfriend and my husband will call. So you being the secretary, you're going to have to cover for me. Okay, that would be a no, because that's going to go over, it's going to go off of your morals. That was in a Charmed episode that I watched yesterday, and I've watched it before. And she simply quit because she's a good witch and she's not going to cover for somebody having an affair. Okay, it's also like I had a girlfriend quit being a car salesman because it was too much against her morals, and she didn't get into detail, but if you're a car salesman, you might know what I'm talking about. So we want to go towards the Lovers, and we're leaving the past, okay? We're learning from the past, the Eight of Cups, but we're leaving the past, okay? So this is helping us to make this decision. We already know that our comfort is toxic, so we've got to change that. Only we can do that. We have to have the confidence to go into solitude and to be creative. We know we have a decision to make, and we know that we want to pick love over ego and love over everything is what I'm hearing. Okay, so the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands card to me is my courageous and daring card. And I'm drawn to the red robe. And red usually signifies somebody of extreme confidence. And he's holding the world in his hand. And in my Mage Tarot deck, she's holding a ball too. And she's got the bow and arrow. And I always say it's my courageous and daring card. So it's kind of like you've got this decision to make, but you really have got it aced. You really do. It's not really going to be a hard decision, especially with the swords being just like this. It's pretty easy. One is ego, one is love. Okay? One is reliving your past, and one is not. That's key right there. One is reliving your past again, and one is not. And it definitely has to do with the Emperor. Okay, so again, I'm drawn to the red robe. He is very, very full of love. It's the 4 card. And I'm drawn to the rams on top of his head, on top of his chair. So I'm getting 2 different vibes here. One is you need to be in your confidence, creativity, emperor mode. And 2 is he has to be your equal. If he or the job or she, if you're a male, is not your equal, then you need to let it go. Because your comfort is causing you toxic, remember? Okay. So we're getting a lot off of this. And it is judgment time. So judgment, as Steve's Love Tarot says, does not come out for a bang in the parking lot. So judgment is here. This decision that you're going to have to make, I'm going to check on time now. When is it coming in for you? Ace of Wands. It's definitely coming in. It's a yes card, but it's coming in iffy. Okay, I'm getting it's coming in iffy, it's coming in shockingly, and it's coming in and out, and it's coming in like the wind. And they said, look at the card and see all the wind in the card. It's coming in like a windstorm. One minute you're sitting at the picnic and everything's fine, and the next minute the wind comes in and blows your blanket and blows your stuff all around. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. So it's going to take you off guard. Maybe you're cleaning your kitchen and all of a sudden somebody walks by your window type of energy, right? Now, the moon came out and I'm not really drawn to trickery, but I'm drawn to illusion from this card. So what I'm saying about the wind coming in so quickly, one minute you're having a picnic, this is the kind of energy I'm getting where you're sitting there at the picnic and you're thinking everything's just great. The wind picks up and it just makes a total disaster of your picnic area. Okay? So I want you to go back to your thinking, and I don't want you to get too comfortable in your toxic comfort, because something's going to come in and blow your mind. That's what I just heard. Blow your fucking mind. And it is total transformation. Death card. So once again, one minute your picnic is just fine. Everything's laid out. You're eating your grapes, like the picture I showed you earlier. And the next minute, everything's just blown all around, right? That's the energy, the death card. I'm not getting a physical death, but I'm getting spiritual and financial death, for sure. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pick another deck, since that one was so good. Let's see if we get some repeating messages, okay? We've got the 2 of Hearts on the bottom randomly, so we've got your soul contract. So let's talk a little bit about this incoming decision that you're going to make, okay? It's an incoming decision that's going to be based on love versus ego, morals versus immorals, right? And it's so that's easy. It sounds pretty easy, but it comes in so quick. It comes in like that wind. 1 minute you're standing here, and the next minute, kaboom! Let's say an airplane crashes through my ceiling right now. Wow, that would be a trip, right? Your kitchen would no longer be clean, your ceiling would no longer be intact, and you're going to have to make a decision quick. Do you grab your animals? Do you grab your purse? Do you sit down and cry? What do you do? Okay, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles. You have everything you need to do this, but you have to stay in that creative confidence in yourself. Everything that you learn to become that Queen of Pentacles or King of Pentacles, everything that made you stable and, I want to say, abundant, that's the energy you got to stay in. You don't want to go back into the past where you were codependent in a toxic relationship, wearing your heart on your sleeve just to get 3 swords put in it and turning your back to get 10 more stuck in it, right? So he's the King of Swords. So the Queen of Pentacles is your energy, and the King of Swords is his energy. So that's good. I like that. And again, the Eight of Cups came back. So what did I say about the Eight of Cups? Rewind. I said, don't be stuck in the past. Learn from the past, move forward, and do not repeat it. So you stay in your Queen of Pentacles, let the King of Swords come in and balance you out. Okay, and then the top of the deck, the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands energy is giving me the energy of it's ending. That fence has 9 posts put in it, and all you have to do is put 1 more in, and that is the King of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. Yep, that's it. So the Nine of Wands is the outcome with the 7 of Hearts. You're going to have lots of options with your King of Swords, okay? Meaning you guys are going to be able to sit and talk and figure out what you want to do next. Do you want to sell the house? Do you want to stay in that state? I have a cup out, a coffee cup out that says Las Vegas, okay? So Las Vegas might be significant, all right? Do you want to move to Las Vegas? Do you want to drive to Las Vegas and get married? Okay? It's not what you got, it's what you give. Tesla's ringing in my head, sitting in a convertible going to Las Vegas. Okay, so we're going to end with lots of options, but I made it pretty clear for you on the Two of Swords decision, but I can't control the wind. So that Ace of Pentacles, it's definitely a yes. It's definitely coming in fast, shocking, windstorm. I can't change the weather. So go back to the picnic scene and see yourself sitting on the picnic table. And when I said that, we had a cat jump right up here. Yeah, we had a kitty cat jump right up here. So I can't change the picnic, right? We're sitting at the picnic and everything's just perfect. It's kind of like you're in your comfort zone maybe right now, right? And something's going to come in and change that comfort zone. And it's going to be the King of Swords, okay? With the Queen of Pentacles, and you're going to have lots of options, and you're not going to be confused. So that's another key to this. How do I make this decision? 1, it's not ego-based, it's love-based. 2, it has nothing to do with the past. Get out of the past. It's going to be new. It's going to be Kings of Swords energy, meaning all full of truth. Saint Michael let them through for a reason. Don't fall for the moon meaning don't fall for the past, don't fall for the ego. Because one decision is like, well, I could just stay single and take this job and become a millionaire. Or I could take this King of Swords and move with him to Vegas and get married and just sit around and enjoy life. You see the difference? One is ego based and one is love based, taking the chance, getting out of the past. That's the other thing they want me to tell you, is that taking a chance, doing stuff you've never done before, getting outside of the box. And then back to the shorts, you want to make sure you watch the shorts with Tesla, because your comfort is toxic. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and end it with, it's not what you give, it's not what you got, it's what you give. It's not what you got, it's what you give. Okay, I love guitar, I love Tesla, I love you guys. I am Miss Mystic. And let's have that Ace of Wand, woo, the windstorm come in. Okay? Love you guys. Bye. Thanks for watching. We got Rayan, Joshua, and Kaylee. Hi.